Hey guys, I'm getting ready to watch the Rick and Michonne love story. The Walking Dead. The first episode is the episode where Rick meets Michonne, and that's season 3, episode 6, titled Hounded. Hounded. So let's go. Okay, this is where the governor sent Merle and his stooges after Michonne. And she cut up some walkers and spelt out,
She did this. It means something. Let's all sit up like that.
go back.
Go back. What? The arms are a G. The legs make an O. And that's a back. It says go back.
Michonne is witty.
This is too good.
Yep,
Oh,
she's witty.
She sent us a vitagram, yo. What's the deal, Michonne?
This is when they had Michonne jumping out of trees. And they had her jumping into trees and the ones who lives, but she's playing a samurai, so I forgot how much I really liked the opening theme for The Walking Dead. Very unique, very iconic. David Morrissey, great actor. One of the best villains The Walking Dead has had. Not the executive's favorite, but he was a true villain, and he didn't shy away from what his role was. He wasn't trying to be a hero or an anti-hero.
Where are you? You could be 1,000 miles away. Are you? Make sure please go see.
Hmm.
I have a son. I have a newborn baby. I'm with a good group of people. Would you be willing? Could you take in others? We can pull our weight. We can help you.
I'd have to talk to the group.
Well, put them on. Let me make a case.
Let me talk to them first.
Please, don't go. Just please.
When I first watched this, I did not realize at first that he was speaking to Lori. She didn't sound like Lori, and the psychosis in Rick is heartbreaking. He's had a psychotic break, and Andrew Lincoln is brilliant. It's just criminal how the Emmy voters have just chosen to not acknowledge The Walking Dead, even though it's been so influential and so many shows have come after it, imitating and have gotten the recognition. It's quite disappointing. Yeah. It's losing its value. It's losing its cachet, especially with the public, because it's become clear. It's about who campaigns best. Okay, back to the show.
We're good people here. We just need some help, and we can help
I'll
you.
call back in 2 hours.
Please, you don't understand. You don't know. We're dying. We're dying.
Andrew Lincoln is masterful. Oh my gosh. The despair. I could feel it. The despair.
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
What about you? Use a boat?
I can learn.
Well, I can get somebody to teach you. Hello? Hello?
You the guy she was talking to?
Yes.
And you want to come where we are?
She said it was safe.
It is. No attachment.
And when I first watched the show, I didn't know that was Shane. I heard someone say that actually recently, and again, doesn't sound like him, but it makes sense. Andrea, I get her wanting to, after what she experienced being out there by herself and then being out there with Michonne, just barely surviving. I understand wanting to be in civilization again, have somewhere safe and clean and like the old world, but she has no discernment of character, and as of right now, her letting Michonne go and her staying behind, even though they did survive together and Michonne saved her, I know a lot of people would disagree with me on this. I understand her wanting to stay somewhere that resembles civilization, other than just being out there, not knowing where your next meal is going to come from. Safe behind walls versus being out there in the elements, unsure of what's next. And Michonne, though Michonne again is her friend and saved her, this is about survival. It's about, Michonne is not her child. Michonne is not her sister. Michonne is not her mother. Michonne is just a woman that she met and that, yes, saved her and helped her survive. But she couldn't understand why Michonne didn't want to be there, safe, be in somewhere new. Michonne is going by her instincts. Michonne did not trust the governor. She knew something was off and she trusted her instinct. It kept her alive. But I disagree with everyone who blamed Andrea for not leaving with Michonne. Now, there are other things that are going to happen, which I do blame Andrea for, and with the choices that she's going to make in the future, which are just inexplicable and just points to her lacking discernment. But I'm just saying that I could see why she chose to stay versus leave at this point in the story.
No one's been bit. No one's died. No one's turned. No one's gone crazy.
Yes, we want to come where you are.
You could be dangerous. Have you killed anyone?
Yes. People who threaten me, who threaten my group.
How many people have you killed?
4. 2 others threatened me. Tried to kill me, so I killed him.
How'd you lose your wife?
How do you know I had a wife?
You have a boy and a baby. Tell me how you lost your wife.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get some water. Okay,
Right.
back.
Yeah. Walker. Cool, watch this. I got it. I can do it. We're not supposed to go over the wall. What the hell was that? That is how it's done. I said I could do it. What is wrong with you? This isn't a game.
Why is Andrea always trying to show off? Herschel.
She was sorry for the things that happened. She told me that. She planned on telling you. Take your time, whatever you need. You carried us. You didn't let us give up. You got us here.
It's not enough. It's not safe enough.
There isn't anywhere else.
I got a call.
What?
Someone called. On this phone. A woman. She was young. She was part of a group. She said they had a safe place. They said they were just dialing numbers and I picked up. She said they'd be calling back.
Herschel doesn't hear any dial tone.
Sounds right. I want to talk them into taking us in.
Did she say where they were?
No, but it doesn't matter. If it's safe, we'll get there. Don't tell the rest of the group, not yet.
Oh, look at the look on Herschel's face. He sees.
I'll sit here with you. That's something I'm pretty good at nowadays.
No.
He's so kind. I loved Herschel so much.
All right.
Those walkers saved Michonne because that rusty knife on Merle's arm. I was just thinking, just slashing it around, he could get her. So, ooh, gross.
I saw my friends looking at me. Hell, I saw everybody looking at me. Fire trucks everywhere. People from the neighborhood.
I'm not following this story of Daryl. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. My mind was just looking around and wandering, and he's just droning on and on. I wonder if Carl was listening either. Oh.
That was my mom in bed. Burnt down to nothing. That was the hard part. Yeah, she's just gone. Erased.
Oh, his mom died.
Nothing left of her.
Oh yeah, the fire.
People said it was better that way.
Shot my mom. She was out. Hadn't turned yet. I ended it. It was real. Sorry about your mom.
Sorry about yours.
Carl was such a tough little kid. Oh my gosh. All that he went through. But he still held it together.
Let me tell the governor. The hell you think we tell him? Tell him we killed her. Like I said, man, she's as good as dead.
I'm gonna keep going.
She ain't right in the head. She's gonna die. Ain't worth our time. Definitely ain't worth our blood. Now let's go. This is some serious shit.
Merle said Michonne is right in the head. I know, I just found that very funny. She... Poor Michonne. Well, Rick isn't right in the head either.
That's what you said. I'm not gonna lie to the governor about it.
You're right. Can't cut corners on this one. You come along pretty quick there, kid. How do you say your name again?
Got Julia.
Got Julia. Hear that, Barry?
Oh my god, it's just killing people with impunity. They just...
Got Julia.
Where... This is... You know, this lawlessness, this desire to be able to do whatever you want to do with no accountability. Some people want the world like that. Some people are trying to create that world. People like that welcome the breakdown of society like this, where they can kill, they can do whatever their heart desires. And we see that in characters like Merle. We see that in characters like the governor. Even with the odds against them, they still fight to hold on to their humanity. That's who Michonne is, and that's who Rick is. Deep down, people of integrity. Michonne is shot. She's injured. Oh, you're covered in guts, Michonne. They won't smell you. She's confused. Why are they walking past her? Look down at your chest, Michonne. Yes.
What?
She realized that the walker guts camouflaged her smell.
That's what it takes.
Be good. You should talk about it.
How did you know my name? Right? How did you know my name?
Clear outside.
Look.
It's a beautiful day.
Maggie and Glenn, cute couple, but got together so randomly and so quickly. But it's the apocalypse. No time for wooing, dating, and they did come to love each other very much. They're a fan favorite couple, but they aren't the couple for me, at least. Fun fact, Stephen Yeun and I live in the same city. I've driven by his house before and seen him standing outside talking with friends. He looks the same.
Glenn, get that duck.
What?
Get that duck.
You serious?
Yeah.
kid growing up in a prison could use some toys. You're the kind of guy who waxes his car every weekend, right?
These scenes with the governor and Andrea are so boring. Oh my gosh. The most interesting scenes with the governor for me were the scenes between Rick and the governor discussing Michonne. Both men at a crossroads over one woman, and the question the governor asked Rick. Can't wait to get to that episode. That question is so loaded and will be a through line through the whole series. She just met this guy. Ew. Andrea has main person syndrome. She wants to be the lady, the leading lady. She wants to be the first lady. She wants to be next to power. She had an issue with Laurie. Well, everyone had an issue with Laurie, and I don't blame her for that. But she noted Laurie liked being the leader's woman and the first lady. And Andrew was a little, I could say, jealous about that. And she tried to hitch herself to Shane, who was Rick's competition in terms of leading the group. The group chose Rick, but Shane wanted to be Rick. Shane wanted Rick's family, and Shane wanted the respect of the group, for the group to follow and to trust him, even though he couldn't care less about the group. He was all about just making sure that Laurie and Carl survived, because that's who he wanted. That's who mattered to him. Yeah, so Andrea hitched herself to him, and now here she is, hitching herself to the governor. She just met him. No sense of discernment. A little too self-absorbed, self-centered, and that's why she cannot see. If you're too focused on self, you cannot see others. And you won't be able to read others. You won't be able to read the room. You won't be able to read the situation well if you're internally focused all the time.
And where is it y'all good people calling home?
Oh, Merle just showed up. But hold on, I have to go back. The car that Michonne was hiding behind. I remember when I used to watch The Walking Dead, when it just airing. Everyone was looking, including me, at the drawings on the back of the car and supposing that it was a premonition of what was to come. There was, on the car, there was, let's see.
Don't. Okay. Get up. Yes.
So, yeah, Michonne is the baby formula. The drawings were nowhere near Maggie and Glenn, yet people kept saying, oh, it's about Maggie and Glenn's future. It was all about Michonne. The drawings were behind the car that she was hiding. Let me go back and see if I can see exactly what was on the car. Yes, okay. It was a man, a woman, so the mother and the father. There was a boy and two little girls and a dog. So there were three kids, a little boy and two little girls and a dog. Does that match with what we know about Michonne's future?
How did you know my name?
Because we know you.
How do you know me?
And you know them, Rick. you were talking to today. That was Amy, Jim, Jackie.
Lori? I couldn't put it back together. That's all yours.
He said he would keep her alive. He would keep her alive, but he couldn't put it back together. In essence, he would take care of her, but their relationship was too broken. He couldn't find it in him to reconcile with her in that way. He would be good to her. He would take care of her, and I understand that. I understand. Lori just took it too far. She broke a good man's heart. He understood, she thought he was dead. He got past that. He didn't hold it against her. But then to tell him that Shane wants to take Rick's family away from him and put that in Rick's head. She set Rick up. Shane was going to go his way. She stopped that. She stopped him from leaving. So she wanted Shane there. And for what she instigated and encouraged with Rick, it makes you wonder if she thought that Rick would lose, with the belief that Shane was more alpha, so he would take Rick out and she wouldn't have to make the decision. But it turns out Lori doesn't know Rick. Lori doesn't know the real Rick, but Rick is an alpha. Rick is an A, as we'll come to know. And he was just gentle with her. And so she didn't fully know her own husband. Shane was full of luster, but he wasn't a strategist. He wasn't a true alpha. Rick is the true alpha. Has a gentle, quiet strength, a fierceness that he doesn't expose to everyone. And he doesn't go there until it's necessary. That's strength. And when Rick told her that Shane tried to kill him and he had to kill Shane, she rejected Rick. That was a huge betrayal. It was hard for him to come back from that. He couldn't put it back together. He couldn't fix that, how he saw her. He realized that she loved or wanted Shane. Rick, I think, understood that she wanted a different outcome. And when Rick revealed that steel and that core strength that he had and kept them alive and found the prison for them, and she saw a side of Rick that she didn't know. And she has that main person syndrome, that same main person syndrome Andrea has. It's like, who is this guy? Who is this leader? Seeing that side of Rick awakened something in her. It's what she admired in, she thought Shane had and admired in Shane. But it was Shane had a false bravado. Shane was just selfish. She started designing Rick. She started wanting Rick. She started truly seeing Rick, but it was too late. Rick didn't trust her anymore. Rick wouldn't trust her desire for him because she reveals she doesn't know him. She doesn't understand him. The real Rick, the gentle Rick, she took advantage of. She looked down on that side of Rick. And that's the best part of Rick. He is so gentle and loving and affectionate and sacrificial to those he loves. And she looks at that as a weakness and scorned it in some way. But when she started to appreciate who Rick was, it was too late. And then tragedy happened, and because Rick kept her at a distance, trying to give himself time to see if he could overcome the distance, the brokenness that he felt, that overcome that. It was too late. She was gone. He couldn't keep her alive for Carl. The tremendous guilt Rick is burdened with now. Grief and guilt together is formidable.
Rick.
Angela Lincoln is incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Look at how much skin they're showing with the governor and Andrea. And they were so tame.
I said it was off the clock.
They were actually miserly. They were with Rick and Michonne. Oh my gosh.
We lost all three guys. Tim, Carly, the other one.
Julio. Jesus.
Yeah, she cut Tim down, put a sword to him. Then Biters got in the middle of it. Then I got her.
Come to think of it, did Rick and Michonne even have any love scenes on the main show? Trying to think. Their honeymoon episode where they were in the van, it was just a quick,
I got something else for you.
nothing sensual, fully them together on clothes, together making love. I can't think of any scene like that. Mm-mm.
Why not? I'm on a good terms, right? From the looks of them, they gotta be set up.
Not good, The Walking Dead. Mm-mm. Talk about biases.
Everything okay?
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
He just dropped his robe and then she dropped the sheet. They try to make it sensual for them, and they aren't the main characters, and they're not a love story. Okay. Oh, Rick is back. It's a big newborn. She must be hungry. What is she eating? There she is. I would confess though that taking out T-Dog and keeping Carol, I was not happy about that. Then Axel became, I think, but another confession, I preferred Axel over T-Dog. Okay. So Rick, hold on, I'm gonna pause this here. So Rick comes out of the dark, comes out of his psychosis. He realizes the phone calls are not real. He's coming into the light. He literally walks out of the prison into the light and immediately sees something. He reconnects with the group, he reconnects with Carl, and he connects with the baby. You can see him trying to figure out what is he seeing. He's been, having auditory hallucinations. Is he now having a visual hallucination? and he's not sure of what he sees. He pulls out his gun and he walks up to the fence, and there is Michonne. Beautiful Michonne with the baby formula, looking at Rick as a lifeline, and Rick looking at her is like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? He can't believe his eyes. And that's the beginning of Rick and Michonne. Epic, iconic. Tell me a better intro between true loves. Tell me a better beginning of a love story. A man broken, lost in his mind, in a broken, lost world, encountering a vision of a beautiful woman he doesn't know if she's real or not. And this woman who is looking for a lifeline finds the sustenance that this man's newborn baby needs and brings it to him, and also has the information of his dear friends, his family that has been taken. Michonne she's looking for a lifeline, and she's going to turn out to be Rick's lifeline. Epic. Kismet. Fate. The actors who play them, that embodies these beautiful characters, perfect casting. Perfect casting. And it wasn't planned at the fence, but it was planned because it was fate. Because Michonne is perfect for Rick. Michonne was fated for Rick. Rick was fated for Michonne. And as we've later learned through the behind the scenes interviews that were done for The Ones Who Live, Andrew Lincoln told Danai Gurira that she was his new leading lady. The first scenes they had together after that meetup at the fence, where we'll see in the next episode, something happens. And Andrew Lincoln wrote a letter to Danai Gurira apologizing to his new leading lady. Andrew Lincoln made the choice then that Michonne was going to be Rick's. He saw it. The script came together perfectly for it. And he had the insight. And the later showrunner then had the insight also. But right away, I saw it right at the fence. Okay. The static electricity, eye contact, there's electricity all around. And then everything just seemed fated. Love this story. Love this couple. Love these actors. Love you for watching with me. So, can't wait to get into the second episode of Rick and Michonne and get this party started. Thank you for watching with me. See you soon.